Everyone tells you that the basics to getting jacked is just lift with intensity, sleep well, eat well, and that's pretty much it. Train with intensity, eat, sleep. That's it. And at its very basic core, they're absolutely correct. 100%. Absolutely. Train with intensity, eat, sleep. Good. That's it. Now, when it comes to actually executing this, a lot of people do not get their training down correctly. They train with intensity and they go too hard too quickly and they get injured. If you're trying to get injured, then just do that. Awesome. I love that for you. But if you're not trying to get injured, here are 5 things you can do to maximize your growth stimulus, minimizing your injury potential. Number 1, we want to focus on stable environments. Why are we focused on stable environments? When you're in a stable environment, i.e. using a machine, right, or dumbbells or a barbell or something that you've had lots of practice doing, using a stable environment is going to allow us to recruit more motor units. It's also going to allow us to have a solid foundation that we can push off of, which again can help stabilize the body so we're not going to slip and tear something. And it's going to increase, again, motor unit recruitment so we can push more force through the targeted muscle. This will help us get more mechanical tension, pushing us closer to failure and allowing us to grow more muscle with the same amount of effort that you would if you were unstable trying to push close to failure. Same thing, but you're getting better growth because you're more stable. That's number 1. Number 2 is exercise selection, making sure that you're not doing redundant exercises. I need to burn out my shoulders when I do lateral raises and then upright rows, and then I do a cable lateral raise. All 3 of those exercises are going to hit the side delt the same way. It's just, moving the shoulder up and down like that. If we're trying to maximize our shoulder hypertrophy, we want to do 1, maybe 2 exercises most to hit a different part of the shoulder, maybe something for the front delt, something for the side delt, in order to grow our shoulders. Hit it with intensity, train it with stability, and then move on to some other muscle group, because as long as you're hitting twice weekly frequency for that specific muscle group, 4 sets minimum per week, you're going to get growth, you're going to get good growth, and you're going to have an incredible recovery, right? Now, obviously, 4 total sets per week is a little low for the beginner. You want to get better technique first before you can just push it with all your effort. So I would do maybe 6 total sets, so maybe 3 sets instead of 2 sets. But once you start to get better technique, you start to learn more about how to actually do the movement, your technique will increase. You can lower your volume and push with more intensity, get more stability, get more closer to failure, and you'll get better growth. That's the second thing. The third thing is going to be, I would make sure that I'm eating carbs. Carbs are so underrated when it comes to training. People say, oh, you don't need carbs. Carbs are a non-essential macronutrient. Just because something is non-essential does not mean that it's not beneficial to your goals. If your goal is to put on some muscle mass, you need carbs. Why? Because energy is important. Yes, you can force yourself to use ketones. Yes, you can, grow muscle even though you're not carbed up, but you're going to have such higher quality of lift when you have glycogen stores inside your muscle. You're obviously not going to do something like intra-workout where you're taking the carbs during your workout because you need time to store those carbs as glycogen. So I would have a big meal of carbs before I go to bed. Obviously not right before, maybe give it like 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. But I would make sure that I'm getting those carbs in the day before or a couple hours before the gym so I have time to digest those carbs and make sure I put it into my muscles so I can get good glycogen stores. Now, the 4th thing is I would make sure that I'm sleeping. Sleeping is very important. Everyone obviously knows this, and you are probably sleeping incorrectly. Now, as long as you're getting sleep, you're doing it right. But if you're someone that sleeps maybe 5 hours a night, takes a nap for 2 hours, and then just, repeats and repeats, it's not going to be as beneficial as getting a long period of sleep, because while it does equate to, the same amount of time slept, it does take time for your body to get into that REM and deep sleep stages that are going to be good for muscle repair, as well as REM sleep to help with your brain and reduce your systemic fatigue. So you need to be sleeping for longer durations of time to increase, again, your ability to recover from the fatigue and recover your body as well. So it's really important that you sleep longer periods of time, 7 to 9 hours, and not really nap as much if possible. If not possible, obviously nap. And the last thing, number 5, is I would make sure that I have someone to push me to my limits with good technique. If you can get a goated gym partner that's going to help motivate you and track and push your sets to failure, absolutely do it. Do not get them to spot you and help, do some partial reps. Don't do that because that's going to increase more fatigue with less growth stimulus. But make sure you get someone that's, I got my gym bro that we just went to the gym right now, hit a full upper session. And even though we were locked in, getting it, not too much yapping, just locked in and, getting our goals, it made it more enjoyable. It made it a lot more fun of a time. And honestly, the gym is a place that you should enjoy going to, right? It's not something that you force yourself to go to. And if you have someone that is able to motivate you and push you to go there, obviously motivate yourself, but, get a gym bro. That's my fifth and final tip for you guys. If you guys, found this informational, if you got this far, it's 5 minutes, holy cow. Yeah, consider following. I'm starting up my YouTube pretty soon, so I'll put maybe a link somewhere for that. And my name is Coach Josh, and thank you for watching this far, and yeah, hope this helps.